Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Soul Work. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and we all know my co-host, Kimberly Buckler. And before we introduce my guest tonight, we want to remind the viewers that we are looking forward to hearing from you. And what's that number, Kim?
It is 403-539-6710.
So write that number down, Calgary, and after we take the short commercial break, certainly feel free to give us a call, and we're more than happier to answer your questions. But we got to keep the questions short because we do get a lot of callers calling. And on tonight's show, we have a special guest, as we always do. And everyone, please welcome Vince Vin Zen Wishart.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I said it right, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
I was worried I was going to pronounce his name wrong, so yay! High fives, Jeni. There we go.
All right, so Vince is into tattooing, and can you explain to us the origins of tattooing?
Yeah, sure. I mean, they found tattoos on cavemen that have been frozen in ice and things way back when, so it's been around a long time. But really, like 4,000 years ago, it was basically a rite of passage or a spiritual experience. Ancient Polynesians, Maoris, Tahitians, those types really did it as a rite of passage or a spiritual experience for their coming of age party sort of deal. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know like the different ceremonial tattoos and such, like even the Samoan tattoos, those are really neat.
That's right.
I find. And can you tell us about like the intention with the tattoos and such?
Okay, so my vision and goal around tattooing is to bring it back full circle to its original intention, which is a rite of passage or a spiritual experience. So I've been studying NLP, and I'm an NLP practitioner, and also in SIA, which is Supreme Influence in Action. And so I use some of those techniques in the tattoo process now in order to give people a much more deeper, more meaningful experience by creating empowered states, bringing them back to that time when they were in an empowered state, and then amplifying the submodalities. Once the submodalities are all amplified to the maximum that they can be, then we anchor in one last time and then re-anchor it thousands of times with the tattoo needles. So in the future, whenever they want to feel that empowered state again, like maybe somebody's going on a first date and they're really nervous about their first date. They just touch themselves on the spot of the tattoo, take a nice deep breath, get that whole experience back anytime they need it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's basically evoking empowered states at will. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I remember when I had one of my tattoos done, right? It's a tattoo on my leg, and I had to have this one tattoo, and I went to this one guy because I thought he was pretty cute, honestly, right? So I told him, just take your time, and that. And it's funny you said that because I remember a few times I'd touch my tattoo and then it would bring me right back to that moment right there. So that's interesting how you said that.
Anchoring is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
So we have physical anchors, we have smell anchors, we have musical anchors. The things we hear. There's lots of different types of anchors, and we get anchored back into those things. We'll be driving down the road, and all of a sudden a song will come on. It's like, oh, I remember that time. We get all happy. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, there's memories for each one of my tattoos.
Yeah. So when we're creating these empowered states, when we combine emotion with it, then it really anchors it deeply.
It does.
Very memorable, right? Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Because they all have a special effect and meaning to each tattoo you have done. Definitely.
Yeah. And I've been playing around with some hypnosis as well, and using that for pain relief and things in tattoos, numbing up a person's hand once their hand's numb, then just moving that to the area of the tattoo we're going to be doing. I've got one client who's really quite tense when it comes to tattoos, so we need to put her in a really relaxed state first. And so we're doing a huge back piece of a dragon on her, and we put her into this hypnosis first, and then she's really good for 2 hours. So.
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Because my longest one was an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I didn't mind. That was with the cute guy, though, mind you.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So that went pretty good. Take your time.
Yeah, cool.
What is the international tattoo process?
Intentional?
Yeah.
The intentional tattoo.
Okay.
So that's basically where we'll put a strong intention into the tattoo. So much like a feng shui expert would come into your home or your business, they would intend a wall in your home, and they'll write gratitude in paint on your wall, and then they'll say, now this is what we're going to attract in here. So are you familiar with Dr. Emoto's work? He studies the cellular structure of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a very similar thing to that. When we intend a glass of water, we put love and gratitude on our water. So this one here, this has been intended with love and gratitude. So when we intend the water and we bring in those thoughts and then we telepathically put that into the water, it's been shown scientifically that those water cells now, when we study them under a microscope, turn into beautiful six-pointed crystalline snowflakes.
Right.
And then if we take that same label off, put on another label of hate, and then intend hatred thoughts and put it into the water, then it'll turn out like a ugly ground blob of destruction, basically. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So the same thing happens to our molecular structure in our body when we intend things. So when I intend with a tattoo, I'll write an empowered state right over top of somebody's stencil, and then once we figure out what that empowered state was, have them remember a time when you were in that state of, let's say it was gratitude, really grateful. Just you were on fire, you're on purpose. You remember that time. Okay, when you have a picture, is that picture in black and white or is it in color? Is it near or is it far? You know? And once we start playing with that, then we know which ones are the drivers.
Exactly.
And then we can amplify the drivers after. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So what's your intention with the healing part of it? With healing people with the tattoos and such? So
with healing a person, I mean, life is about healing for me. This is the thing that gives me my purpose in life. I love to heal. I do a lot of healing workshops, and I really made that big dedication in my life. So it's expanding one modality and bringing in other healing modalities with it into the tattoo process. So I'm a tattoo artist. I'm award-winning as far as the art goes. But now, how can we create the experience around it even bigger, even better? And that's where I'm at with that.
Right, exactly. Because you're very Zen-like. So even with the Zen, with your name, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
It just
work
flows.
in progress.
Yes, we're all work in progress.
That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now you're working on some earth ships. Can you explain to our viewers what an earth ship is?
Absolutely.
And what it's about?
You bet. Yeah, so these e-ships, we basically, they're a totally sustainable home built off the grid out of recycled materials, namely rammed earth tires, pop cans, and bottles. And once you have one, you never pay another utility bill again for the rest of your life. So they have composting toilets, they recycle their water, we catch the water in rainwater cisterns, and of course solar energy as well. So it's living in harmony with a zero carbon carbon footprint.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. Do you have it at different locations, or is it just at one?
We're licensed. We're the only people that are licensed to build in the three western provinces.
Okay.
So we've got a project down by Lethbridge that's firing in June.
Okay.
We've got several happening out on the island. I think we even have a 19-unit seniors complex to do.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's just firing right now.
Vancouver Island.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Vancouver
Okay.
Island, yeah.
Vancouver Island.
Yeah, that's my home. Yeah.
Wow. And you're here in Alberta.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. And working my way back though.
Right.
For sure.
Exactly. Exactly. That's excellent.
Yeah.
To be on the island there.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be amazing to see those go together. Their ship, the houses. Yeah. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
We're even putting in a 17-unit Earthship Eco Village in Courtenay. First time ever in North America, totally off-grid community within city limits.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually they're way off in the back nine somewhere.
Right.
But we're doing permitted builds for the first time ever. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
So do you have the reason I got to bring this up actually is because I'm seeing this around you. Of course, being on Vancouver Island, there you have the whales, of course, right? But I'm like just seeing this whale all around you, very much so. And whale represents, of course, part of our past life. Are you going to be using that in a symbol of some sort with that? Because I'm feeling that. You might not see that now or feel that
it.
now, but I'm really feeling that coming up for you for some reason.
Experience with an orca when I was young.
Oh, did you? I bet, yeah.
So that's why I got this tattoo.
Oh, show the viewers. Which tattoo? Oh,
The
that's
orca.
interesting.
Yeah.
There you go. There's
Yeah.
that. Okay.
I mean, all my tattoos are underwater scenes.
Are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got all kinds of that sort of thing
Okay.
going on.
But there'll be more of a significance with that.
Okay.
For some reason, it very well could be
On a drum.
on a drum, or even a symbol of some sort on a business that I'm feeling. Because I'm seeing like a big sign. It's not like a little, like
I have a whale sculpture I did. It's about, I think it's 13 feet long.
Okay.
Of a baby humpback whales.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
There you go. Okay,
Yeah.
you could use that somewhere because that's going to be used. So let's say, for instance, if the viewers wanted to get in contact with you to get some tattoos done or to ask you any questions about anything, what is the best way for them to do that?
Okay, so right now, as far as the Calgary market goes, I'm in Tiki Town Tattoo,
Okay.
which is kitty corner to Sate.
Okay.
Yeah, 10th and 16th
Oh,
Avenue.
that's where I got this tattoo done.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yes.
okay, great. Yeah, cool.
That was, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was years ago, mind you.
Yeah.
But, okay.
And the website?
Yeah.
Okay, so which website? Right now, probably just facebook.com/wish-art studios.
Okay.
Probably the best one for me right now.
And then will you have your art up there too for people to
Yeah.
choose
Oh,
from?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do recommend if anybody is looking to get a tattoo or even to talk to Vince more about the earthships and such like that, do call him because he's very interesting to talk to. And I want to thank you for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure. And the 10 minutes goes by so quickly indeed. But he is staying for the show, everyone. So if anyone has any questions to ask Vince, you can certainly do that. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. And what's that number, Kim, for...
403-539-6710.
And we'll be right back, Calgary, after these messages, so hang tight. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to So Work. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and we have Vince on the show as well, talking about tattoos and the spiritual essence all around it. And it's very interesting because everybody has, their own tattoo for certain reasons, personal reasons, and even, somebody passes away, they might get their name on that or the dates. I'm sure you're very familiar with that. Yeah, because how long have you been doing tattoos now?
I'm pushing 20 years now.
Wow,
Yeah.
20 years. So you've probably seen like everything, I bet you, from different types of tattoos to
Seen a lot.
different
sure.
requests to
Oh, yeah.
anything like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah.
Because I was years ago, but I won't do it again. I was going to get, I have another tattoo with a heart, but I was going to get somebody's name in it. And the girl said, I'm not putting anybody's name in the tattoo. And I'm like, well, why not? And then she goes, well, what if you're not together? And I'm like, that makes perfect sense. So I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people request that for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it makes sense at the time.
at the time.
But those wedding ring tattoos that people do. Oh my God. It's almost like it seems like a curse to make the relationship not work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then they were running around with this little black blob around their finger.
So your wedding ring is real. That's not a tattoo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My grandmother gave me that when she was on her deathbed and said, Grandpa will look after you when he's up in heaven.
Oh.
Yeah. And she passed away 15 minutes later. So yeah, it was pretty
wow.
neat. Pretty neat little thing. So I just keep it on there.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All stories, all kinds of stories, definitely. Wow.
So we
Wow.
do have a caller, and Jesse.
Oh, we have a caller already.
Yeah, Jesse.
Okay. Jesse.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Your question for us tonight, Jesse?
Hi, just wondering, I love the show.
Thank you.
Just wondering if you could say anything around my health or anything right now.
Honestly, I do actually have some concerns. What's your biggest concern with it right now?
Just I've been having a lot of pain in my legs and stuff.
When was the last time you had any blood work done?
I went a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, and they haven't really said too much about that because nothing's coming up, is it?
No.
No, I personally would go get that checked out by somebody else because I'm really feeling that you're having a lot of issues, even with veins and such like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you might not notice it immediately, but I'm really feeling that you might kind of have some problems here in the next 2 weeks coming up. So it's almost like there's another test that you have to go to. And when you start to see these changes coming up, because I'm really feeling you're going to see them coming up here pretty quick, I would go get it checked out.
Okay.
But you'll be okay. You'll be okay. But you just need to get it readjusted and to see somebody else. I'm not putting the person down who you're seeing right now, but there needs to be an adjustment made.
Okay.
With it. Right? So just, you'll know it, you'll feel it, you'll see a difference with it. Because it's almost like there's like just a little bit of a change of a color with your blood with it. It's almost like there's some type of a clot.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll be okay. I don't want to worry about it, right?
Okay.
Yes. So I'd get that checked out somewhere else from a different source. But even if you can in the meantime, it's like massage your leg by your calf, right? Because when you're going to massage your leg, you might actually see a little bit of a difference, and you might feel a little bit of a difference. You might feel a little bit of a lump halfway down, a little bit of a lump. So, but it's almost like it just kind of needs massaged out. It's not like a serious issue with it right now.
Okay.
Right. So you'll be okay.
Good.
Yes. Any other concern?
No, I think. Can you see anything around my daughter right now? She has started a new job, and I'm just wondering how it's going to work out for her. She's
who's Rainey? I'm hearing the name Rainey come up. Do you know who that person is?
No.
Okay, but just keep that in mind. As soon as you said your daughter, I heard the name Rainey. It's almost like R-E-I-N-E-E. It's not Renee, but it's a Rainey name. Your daughter, if she doesn't know this person yet, they're going to come around. So it's a very unique experience with that. But I don't want to ramble on. What's your concern with your daughter?
Just wondering how her job's going to fare out for her and that, and if she's going to get along good in it. She just started it.
What's your daughter's first name?
Lee.
Lee?
Yes.
She might be there for a little bit. I'm seeing the number 8, but I'm feeling more or less 8 months, and she very well might get involved with something different. I'm really feeling another opportunity coming her way, actually. Something completely different than what she's doing. What's she doing right now?
Skincare.
Skincare. Yeah, she might actually venture out into even something more, because it's almost like with her skincare, that's a way for her to get into that industry, but it's going to push her for something else. She might get more involved even with a spa.
Oh,
yeah, and because I see her with nails, and I see her working with aromatherapies and massages and that.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
Yeah, which is really good because it's going to open her up to learn more, more things. And she has that healing aspect about her too, because I'm hearing modalities. So she's going to get more involved with the healing part of it. It's hot stone too. So you can get the hot stone massage done as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's interesting because I kept on hearing hot stone massage before I came here. So
Wow.
So that's interesting. Okay. What about you, Kim? Not picking up on anything?
Pretty
right
quiet.
now? Oh, pretty quiet. But yeah, so she'll be okay actually. She'll do just fine.
Great.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Jenny.
Yes, and thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it very much. Yes. So it's interesting how we were talking about massage earlier, but I wasn't feeling that with you. I was feeling that with someone.
Right.
So
right. Yeah. That is, yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting how that it just comes up, because sometimes I can hear something, like if somebody pulls up in front of the house and they're coming in, sometimes I'll just get flashes of messages and I'll hear all kinds of things, especially if somebody has passed on. And then I'm like, okay, just wait till a person comes in the door, please, right? So they'll come in and then I'll just start talking and talking and talking, and then before they even say something.
Oh, right.
Because it's like, especially when information is coming out, I want to be able to get it out, to help that person.
Well, it's still there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it comes. It lingers on anyways.
I get the physical stuff, so anxiety or depression or something like that before a client kind of shows up. So, it's kind of neat how that happens.
Yeah, it's interesting, and this used to happen earlier, and I used to go up to people and, I'd really feel something. I feel sadness or something, and you just want to give them a hug and, are you okay? And then I'd talk to them all night long, and when I was younger.
We have one more caller, Kara.
Kara?
Who?
Hello, Kara.
Karen.
Karen.
And your question for us tonight?
I'm just wondering about my job in the future. Pardon me?
Are you going to be changing jobs, because you're holding in a lot of fear right now with your job? Are you worried that you're going to let go?
I just got fired yesterday.
Yeah. Don't worry about that too much, because what you have to remember right now is, if we don't pay attention to certain signs, if we're not supposed to be at that job, for instance, Spirit is going to make something happen where we're going to get laid off. We're going to get fired, we're going to get let go. Don't take it personal. I'm just not feeling that was the right environment for you to be in.
It was really unhealthy.
Yeah, you see, there you go, my perfect example. So Spirit has a way of making something happen like that. It's like if you're like even in a relationship or something and it's not healthy and you're like, how do I get out of this? Something will happen. If we talk to Spirit and communicate with Spirit, like I'll do that. I'll deadline Spirit. I'll say, if this doesn't happen by this time, all of a sudden, something will shift.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I have been applying for jobs for 8 months, so applying for every single job conducive to what I went to school for. And the only job I got hired for was this job. And then after 2.5 months, 2 days short of my 3-month probation, they fire me. So I'm thinking, well, why was I given this job? Like to learn a lesson, or
to learn a lesson too. If you really do some soul searching on this matter right now, just take back and reflect upon the time frame that you were there, because it's almost like if you take a look at the people that were around you, for instance, you probably had some people who are very controlling around you.
Oh, big time. Type A personalities extraordinaire.
Yes, okay.
So look at it as a blessing that you were let go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, and you're going to be okay, because I just felt fear right away with you, right? And it's like Spirit just doesn't want you in that area altogether. I'm really feeling that you're going to be placed in a new job.
Within 2 or 3 blocks of where she was. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Kim.
Where she is.
Yeah.
Really?
Was there a job in that area that you were really interested in, even though it wasn't related to the work you do?
No.
No.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just so confused.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Like whenever we're in that confused state and such, that's when we really need to have that alone time. Okay, it's like turn off the phones. And really have that meditation time, because I'm always telling everybody, every one of us, it doesn't matter who you are, what lifestyle you have to have that alone time to hear your soul speak, so you can really tune in.
I'm taking the next 3 days and
yes,
bought all my groceries, and I'm not going anywhere.
No, you're going to be fine, and I'm really feeling, if you sit back and you say, Spirit, please give me a sign of where to go and what to do, you're going to be surprised of what new messages are going to start to come around within 2.5 days. Right? Okay. You're just going to all of a sudden start hearing, and you very well could even find something completely different within 2 days after, 3 days max. Mm-hmm. Right? And don't keep looking in what are you doing right now for work?
Working with In the school system.
Yeah, I'm not, honestly, I'm not feeling you completely in that industry.
I think I'm done.
You are. And this is again, this is again why Spirit has pulled you out, right? It doesn't matter what industry we're in, but I'm not feeling that's for you. I'm actually seeing that you're going to go to a career council, and, you know, we all take these tests of what we'd like to do, and you're going to discover more about yourself, because this year for you, it's all going to be about more soul searching, discovering more and more and more about who you are on a whole deep, deep, deep level. And you're going to connect with someone at this career center, somebody from your past life actually, who you're just going to click with. You feel really, really comfortable with this person, and they're going to even guide you on a different way, on a different career altogether. Yeah, you're going to be very, very independent, because you have to take a look around. If we have controlling people in our life, we really have to take a look at that, because if we continue to stay with people like that who are controlling and manipulating, we'll just attract it.
Yes. And I'm not angry with her.
No,
I feel sorry for her because what's going on in her life.
Right.
So I hope she finds her way, because just you can't be like that.
No, I don't. She's going to be there for quite some time, but that's just something she has to go through and experience. Right? You know, we stay in certain circumstances regardless of what it is, career, relationship, anything, until we're like, I'm more worthy than this. I deserve better. So when we realize that we are indeed worthy, then we'll attract the right relationship, the right work, the right career, anything to our lives. But we have to accept that and have faith and have trust with it all. But everything's going to really open up for you. I'm really feeling a lot of really good changes for you. And go by the water, because water represents emotions, and that will really calm you down.
It's all frozen.
I know. But, you know, when things shift and such like that.
I go to the reservoir and go, okay.
Yeah, and you'll be okay. You'll definitely be okay. So we want to thank you for calling in. You can always book an appointment with us. My website is soulworkwithjeni.com. And Kim?
spiritsoulhealing.com.
Yes. And Vince is one to go surfing at the water. So water represents emotions. I bet you feel wonderful with that.
Totally connected.
Yes.
Totally grounded.
Yes, because that's what you should do. Not telling you to go out and surf the waves. If you can, great, hang loose.
And out on the coast, none of the water's frozen there.
There you go. There you go.
Vancouver Island.
Exactly. And we're already at the end of our show already. I've got the wrap-up sign going on. And you can always give us a call back next Wednesday night if you'd like to, Karen, or give Kim or I a call, and you can certainly book an appointment with us. And thank you again to Vince for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Good night, everyone. Take care.